In this unit, we're going to cover Texas metal dealer license plates, dealer temp tags vehicle specific, dealer temp tags agent specific, buyer temp tags and receipt, internet down temp tags and receipt, and e-tag. Here you see a metal dealer license plate. As a Texas used motor vehicle dealer, you will be issued metal dealer license plates, often referred to as dealer tags or metal plates. The Texas Department of Motor Vehicles has strict standards you must abide by in order to keep your dealer license plates, and you must ensure your dealer license plates are being used correctly at all times. Most, but not all, GDN dealers may receive up to 2 dealer plates when applying for your license. Wholesale dealers may only receive 1 plate when applying and only 1 additional plate regardless of vehicle sales. You must mount the plate on the rear license plate mount. You may not display the plate in a window or use a license plate magnet and affix it to the trunk. It must be properly mounted like a normal license plate. The number of dealer plates that may be purchased depends on the number of sales and your license type. Motor vehicle dealers may apply for metal dealer's license plates for all vehicle types the dealer is licensed to sell and may only use dealer plates on vehicles included in that license. For example, a dealer who is only licensed to sell cars and light trucks may use a dealer plate only on a car or light truck in the dealer's inventory and never on a motorcycle or a trailer. When you're renewing your dealer's license, you can cancel plates upon renewal. So let's say, for example, you have 2 metal dealer plates, and when you renew your license, you only want 1. You may cancel current plates upon renewal. And by the way, GDN wholesale auction dealers are not allowed to have dealer plates. I also want you to be aware that you may use the plates stickers options in e-licensing, as you see on this slide. Remember when you applied for your license, you clicked on Apply for License at the top. Just go down and over to the click on Plate Stickers option to order new plates, as well as reporting missing, stolen, or damaged plates and stickers. You should never, ever leave a metal plate on a vehicle on your lot overnight. They are often stolen. Thieves love dealer plates, so keep a close eye on your dealer plates. If you ever do have a dealer plate stolen, or if it's missing or damaged, you can select the plate stickers option in e-licensing. Only 1 metal plate is required per vehicle and is displayed in the rear license plate holder. The dealer plate expires when the license expires. During the license renewal process, the dealer has the option to order new plates and renew existing metal plates, and the department will issue new stickers to the renewed plates. Let's go ahead and cover the guidelines for usage of metal dealer license plates. Texas dealers can legally display dealer license plates on the following vehicles: on a vehicle owned by the dealership titled in the dealership name, on any vehicle that is used by the dealer, the dealer's family, or employees for personal use, on any vehicle that is being demonstrated for sale, on any vehicle being operated by the dealer with permission of the dealer, only on a vehicle that has a current inspection, only on a vehicle type the dealer is licensed to sell. So always be aware of that. You may not place a metal dealer plate on a vehicle that you are not licensed to sell. They may only be placed on vehicles that you are licensed to sell. Now let's go over what you may not do with a metal dealer license plate. Placing a Texas dealer license plate on the following vehicles is strictly prohibited: on any vehicle towing another vehicle or any vehicle towing a load, on any vehicle not titled in the dealership name, on any courtesy vehicle that is loaned to a customer, on any dealer that is loaned to a school, or any vehicle the dealer is not licensed to sell, on any vehicle with signage attached, such as large stickers that might advertise the dealership name. You may never place a dealer plate on a truck that's pulling other vehicles or like a loaded trailer. If you use a truck to transport your vehicles to and from auctions, you will need a tax title and license the truck in your dealership's inventory. Now, let's say, for example, you stack several trailers on the top of another trailer. When transferring them to the dealership, you cannot place a dealer plate on the bottom trailer. In this case, the bottom trailer would need to be licensed in the dealership name because it is now a dealership service vehicle. Dealer plates must not be displayed on any motor vehicle, trailer, or boat that is hired for service or used as a wrecking vehicle. Dealer plate limits. The following table from the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles website explains the dealer plate allowance guidelines. The number of dealer plates you are issued depends on your license type and the number of vehicles sold. Independent used motor vehicle dealers, travel trailer dealers, utility trailer and semi-trailer dealers, used motorcycle dealers, and independent mobility motor vehicle dealers are limited to 2 the first year in business. Wholesale dealers may only have 1 plate. Upon renewal of your dealer license, independent used motor vehicle dealers, travel trailer dealers, utility trailer and semi-trailer dealers, used motorcycle dealers, and independent mobility motor vehicles are eligible for a total of 3 plates. Wholesale dealers are still only allowed 1 plate upon renewal of the license. Additional plates. If it's renewal time and you have already reached the maximum allowed plates, you may submit a VIT document or other proof of sales with your renewal application to receive additional plates. Proof of sales for the previous 12-month period may consist of a copy of the most recent vehicle inventory tax declaration or monthly statements filed with the taxing authority in the county of the dealership's license location. VIT must be submitted each time with the renewal. If a dealer needs more plates than what are allowed, a dealer may request a waiver of the plate limits by submitting a statement why they need the additional plates for the applicant's business. Wholesale dealers may never apply for a waiver. The metal dealer license plate log. You're required by state law to keep an accurate record of your metal dealer license plates on a metal dealer plate log. The dealer plate log must contain the assigned plate number, the year, make of the vehicle displaying the plate, the VIN, that's your vehicle identification number, the name of the person in control of the vehicle as well. And here you see an example of a dealer plate log. Always be sure to enter the plate number, the vehicle model it was placed upon, the vehicle's VIN, the date it was issued to the vehicle, the date it was returned, and the name of any drivers of that vehicle. You must keep a dealer plate log in your records at all times. This is a state law. They also must be produced upon request during any records inspection by the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles personnel during normal business hours. Any dealer metal plates that are not accounted for would be voided by the state. Next, we're going to cover temporary e-tags, a very important component of your dealership. Under the internet-based system called e-tag, dealers who hold general distinguishing number licenses may issue dealer temporary tags, initial buyer temporary tags, supplemental buyer temporary tags, and internet down temporary tags for each type of vehicle that the dealer is licensed to sell. A converter may issue converter temporary tags. Dealers and converters are required by law to have internet access at their place of business to connect to the e-tag database and web dealer. Always be advised, entry of false information into this internet-based system may subject the user and the dealer to revocation of access. It may also subject you to civil penalties or license suspension and or criminal prosecution. You always want to make sure all the information you're inputting to this system is true and correct. No temporary tag may be placed on a vehicle without the specific number generated by the e-tag database. There are 4 types of dealer temp tags. There's a dealer temp tag that is vehicle specific, dealer temp tag agent specific, buyer temp tag and receipt, and an internet down temp tag and receipt. Here you see an example of a temporary e-tag vehicle specific. Note the temporary tag number, the model of the vehicle it is placed upon, the expiration date, the VIN of the vehicle is placed upon, the name of the dealership that issued the temporary tag, and there's going to be a barcode that can be scanned by law enforcement. Dealer temp tags vehicle specific. A temp tag that is assigned to a specific vehicle is known as the vehicle specific dealer temp tag. A vehicle with a dealer temp tag is exempt from inspection requirements. Temporary tags may only be displayed on a vehicle that the dealer is licensed to sell. If a dealer is only licensed to sell used motor vehicles and not used motorcycles, then obviously the dealer can never place a temporary tag on a motorcycle. Dealers may use a vehicle from existing inventory with a vehicle-specific dealer temp tag as a loaner car when a customer's car in a shop, and then no inspection is required. If you have a courtesy vehicle, a dealer may use a vehicle from the existing inventory, and a metal dealer plate can be used if no dealer signs or advertising are on the vehicle. However, a valid vehicle inspection is required for a courtesy vehicle, such as a courtesy shuttle. If a dealer wants to place advertising on any vehicle, the dealer must transfer the title to the dealership and pay applicable sales taxes. For example, if you want to have several large stickers, with your dealership name all over a vehicle for advertising, it is no longer a demo. You would have to pay all applicable taxes. Texas dealers can legally display vehicle-specific temporary tags on the following vehicles. On any vehicle being driven let me try that one more time. On any vehicle being driven as a demo vehicle, on any vehicle being driven back and forth from an auction, or to maybe have the vehicle reconditioned or repaired, on any vehicle being driven from one dealership to another, on any vehicle being road tested by the dealer, on any vehicle loaned to a customer while the customer's vehicle is being repaired, on any vehicle being used in a parade, on any vehicle used by a charitable organization, and like I said, on any vehicle the dealer is licensed to sell. The vehicle must be owned by the dealership and titled in the dealership name. Placing a Texas vehicle-specific dealer temporary tag on the following vehicles is strictly prohibited. On any vehicle being used for personal use by the dealer or an employee, on any vehicle being used as a service vehicle by the dealership, on any vehicle with a commercial load, on any vehicle towing another vehicle, on any vehicle owned by the dealer and loaned to a school, on any vehicle with signage attached, such as large stickers that advertise the dealership name, on any boat trailer owned by the dealer that transports more than one boat. Here you see a dealer temporary tag that is agent specific. Note the tag number, the authorized agent text, the expiration date, your dealership name, and once again, the barcode at the bottom right. An agent-specific temporary tag may be placed on a dealership employee's vehicle that is owned by the dealership. The tag must include the agent-specific number from the database along with the month, day, and the year that tag expires. Texas dealers can legally display agent-specific dealer temporary tags on the following vehicles. On any vehicle being driven as a demo, on any vehicle being driven back and forth from an auction, or maybe to have that vehicle reconditioned or repaired, on any vehicle being driven from one dealership to another, on any vehicle being road tested by the dealer, on any vehicle loaned to a customer while the customer's vehicle is being repaired, on any vehicle being used in a parade, on any vehicle being used by a charitable organization, on any vehicle which the dealer is licensed to sell, and remember the vehicle must be owned by the dealership and titled in the dealership name. Placing a Texas agent-specific dealer temporary tag on the following vehicles is strictly prohibited. On any vehicle being used for personal use by the dealer or an employee, on any vehicle being used as a service vehicle by the dealership, on any vehicle with a commercial load, on any vehicle towing another vehicle, on any vehicle owned by the dealership and loaned to a school, on any vehicle with signage attached, such as large stickers that advertise the dealership name, and on any boat trailer owned by a dealer that transports more than one boat. You do not have to print a dealer's tag every time a vehicle is demonstrated. With the agent-specific e-tag, you can issue an agent's tag to a particular agent to be used by that person on whatever vehicle they're driving for the dealer. The dealer is still responsible for that agent's tag, and you can void that tag at any time. I want you to be aware, a vehicle bearing a dealer tag is not considered to be a laden commercial vehicle when it is towing another vehicle bearing the same dealer tags and both vehicles are being conveyed from the dealer's place of business to a licensed wholesale auction or from a licensed wholesale auction to the dealer's place of business. Now, I want to explain a very important temporary tag, which is known as the buyer temporary tag. A dealer is required by state law to place a buyer temporary tag on any vehicle sold by the dealer unless the vehicle was sold to another licensed dealer and the purchasing dealer places their own temporary tag on that vehicle. I want to repeat that very important state law. As a dealer, you're required by the state to place a buyer temporary tag on any vehicle sold by the dealer unless the vehicle is sold to another licensed dealer. Normally, only one buyer temporary tag can be placed on the vehicle you sell. A second buyer temporary tag can't be issued for the vehicle unless the original tag was lost by the customer and then only with the original expiration date. Temporary tags are good for 60 days and expire after 60 days. You would never issue a second temporary tag if the customer's first temporary tag has expired. I also want you to be aware, as a reminder, that title applications must be submitted within 30 days for cash or third-party finance sales, 45 days for seller finance transactions, or 60 days for military purchasers. And here you see the buyer temporary tag is similar to other tags, but it does state at the top that is a Texas buyer tag. Texas dealers must adhere to the following guidelines when placing a buyer temporary tag on a vehicle. They may be placed on a vehicle sold by the dealer to a retail purchaser. The vehicle must have a current state inspection if sold to a Texas resident. It must be displayed properly in the rear plate holder. Only one tag can be placed on the vehicle. And remember, that tag is good for 60 days. I want to repeat that. A buyer temporary tag is good for 60 days. A dealer can issue a replacement only if the original was lost by the customer and only with the original expiration date. The buyer must keep the receipt in the vehicle. And remember, the dealer must apply within 30 days on any type of cash sale or third-party financing, 45 days for dealer finance transactions, and 60 days for military purchasers. Placing a buyer temporary tag on the following vehicles is strictly prohibited: on any vehicle being used by personal use by the dealer or by an employee, on any vehicle being driven for test driving purposes, on any vehicle taken to another location for reconditioning, on any vehicle being used as a service vehicle by the dealership, on any loaner or courtesy vehicle, or on any vehicle owned by the dealer that's loaned to a school. So always remember, you're placing this on a vehicle that you've sold. So it only goes on a vehicle to a buyer. That's why it's called a buyer temporary tag. Remember, a buyer temporary tag is valid for 60 calendar days, including the date the vehicle is sold, and may only be displayed on a vehicle that was sold by the dealer. You could never issue that second temporary tag if that tag has expired. And you would never place a buyer temporary tag on a vehicle that was not sold by your dealership. A dealer must provide a buyer's temporary tag receipt to the buyer of each vehicle to which a temporary tag was issued, whether that is a regular buyer tag or possibly an internet down temporary tag, which I'll explain here in just a few moments. If a dealer intends to transfer plates from the buyer's old vehicle, the dealer may put the plates on the vehicle and put the buyer's tag over the vehicle plate. And in this scenario, where you transfer a plate from the customer's vehicle to the vehicle that you just sold a customer, be sure you complete Form VTR-904. That's your license plate transfer form. Always inform the buyer that until the vehicle is registered, the temporary tag must stay on the vehicle, as the sale information will not be available in the RTS database for 48 hours, during which time the metal plates will not be recognized by law enforcement. Remember, the dealer must charge the $5 buyer temporary tag fee and place a buyer temporary tag on all retail sales. Always make sure that you instruct the customer to keep a copy of the receipt in the vehicle until the vehicle is registered in the buyer's name and metal plates are actually affixed to the vehicle. There is a $5 fee charged to the customer for the temporary tag registration that is submitted through eTag. And this fee is paid to the tax assessor collector at the time that you title and register that vehicle online. Since all sales must be registered in the eTag database, this fee must be collected and paid for by each customer buying a vehicle. So the buyer temporary tag is the only tag that requires a fee, and exempt agencies are really the only exception to collecting that $5 fee. The only vehicles that do not require issuance of an e-tag would be ATVs, off-road motorcycles, and salvage vehicles, and these vehicles are not allowed to be driven on roads. As a reminder, you can watch all the videos you're watching right now, along with all of the other videos in your dealer training course after you finish the course and when you're operating your dealership. Once again, just go to texasdealers.com and scroll down on any page and click on the Texas Dealer Videos link. Now I want to talk about internet down temporary tags. If the web dealer system is unavailable at the time of a retail sale, you must use an internet down temporary tag and provide a buyer's receipt. You will enter sales information into the database once the web dealer system is online again. And this must be no later than the close of the next business day that you have access to the internet. So here you see an internet down temporary tag. As you can see, it is a little bit different from the other temporary tags, as you will be required to enter the expiration date, the year, the make, and the VIN of the vehicle manually. It will already have your dealership name and the barcode on the bottom right. but the majority of the information on an Internet Down temporary tag will be entered manually. A dealer is responsible for the safekeeping of pre-printed Internet Down temporary tags, and you must store them in a secure place. You will need to report any loss, theft, or destruction of a pre-printed Internet Down temporary tag to the Department of Motor Vehicles within 24 hours of discovering the loss, theft, or destruction. You may use a pre-printed Internet Down temporary tag for up to 12 months after the date of the pre-printed tag is created. The maximum number of Internet Down tags a newly licensed dealer may possess is 30, and I want to repeat that. The maximum number of Internet Down tags a newly licensed dealer may possess is 30. Dealers can request a higher allotment based on sales history, and that formula is basically based on 1 week of sales. Dealers must adhere to the following guidelines regarding Internet Down temporary tags. They're only used when the Internet is down as an alternative to a buyer temporary tag. Tags and receipts are pre-printed by the dealer with the assigned number. Buyer and vehicle information is hand-printed by the dealer. A dealer is required to enter all information into the web dealer database within 24 hours of resuming Internet service. All other guidelines when using buyer temporary tags apply. A dealer may obtain an advanced supply of specific numbers in order to issue buyer temp tags when the dealer is unable to access the Internet. And any dealer that uses an Internet Down temporary tag must enter the information into eTag no later than 24 hours after the time that the power or communication is restored. Failure to do so will keep a dealer from getting additional tags and is also a violation that could result in a fine. In the instance of a sale occurring and the dealer's using one of the Internet Down temporary tags, the dealer must complete the receipt and the forms by hand, give one to the buyer, and always keep the dealer's copy and the receipt in your records. These records do become part of your records that are required to be kept by the Department of Motor Vehicles for possible inspection. Here you see a great overview of legal dealer plate and temporary tag usage that's been created by the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. As you can see, it first shows how a metal dealer license plate can be legally used, then explains the different types of temporary tags and what scenarios they may be used and what vehicles they may be placed upon. You can stop the video and review this great information, or you could certainly take a look at that in the manual that you downloaded at the beginning of the course.